Hey everybody, one of Wisdom here. It's 4:30 in the morning. We just had the unpleasant experience of attempting to accurately document all of the insanity that is Crypt King. Really like his upgrades, they just do not translate well to pen and paper, or in this case, cells in a spreadsheet. So, very strange things there, but I think Snapshot is going to be a little bit more straightforward, and that will be a welcome change. I have actually wanted to upgrade this guy for quite some time. The cool thing is, with the Dark Edition I picked up for the Wii U, we will be able to showcase both paths with different characters. Now, ordinarily, I like to give the path that I think I will like better to the character that I prefer the aesthetic of, or that has, beneficial stats, a legendary, a nitro, a dark, etc. I actually really like the look of Dark Snapshot, but I am also pretty fond of Standard Snapshot, and that creates a little bit of a dilemma. I think I'm going to let Snapshot have Crackshot Croc, which is basically upgrading the primary attack, his arrows, and then I think we'll go Tide Turner with Dark. It's a real toss-up. If I had to just pick one path for one character, regardless Standard or Dark, I would definitely pick Crackshot Croc. Tide Turner could be pretty cool, but I like the simplicity of what is his arrow. So that said, his first attack is just called Traptanium Arrow, and it's essentially that. He's got great range on it. He shoots an arrow. He can fire them very, very quickly. If you hold Y, doesn't charge it up or anything, but you can kind of, just keep it in place, change your position, things of that nature. So the damage, straightforward, 50 to 75. Again, if I fire him off, that's as quick as I can shoot him. So you can see the criticals there. Secondary attack is pretty unique as well. It's the Crystal Slam. We're going to press the B button, and he's going to do that. So damage on it is 120 to 180. Let me actually get to my spreadsheet now. And it's got like a 2-second charge on it, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then he slams it down. So you get a feel for him. Again, he does have jump attacks. He can actually do the slam in the air, which again is 100. That's interesting. Usually they have the exact same attacks. So 100 there, I assume critical would be 150, which is less than standard, but I guess it makes sense because he wouldn't have as much leverage perhaps. But he can also do the bow in the air, and it's the exact same damage. So I'm actually going to document that. 2 seconds, 120 to 180 on the Crystal Slam, or if you pre-jump, 100 to 150. So again, 99% of the time they're like the exact same numbers regardless, but it is a cool mechanic. I mean, if you jump up here in the air and you rip off an arrow shot, so I like that sort of a thing. But what we're going to do is talk to Persephone. At this point in the blind playthrough live stream extravaganza, I've got 10 Wing Sapphires, so that's what's up with the prices. These first 4 are his base upgrades. We do have his soul gem, don't we? Yes, okay. I think it was in chapter 4. Phoenix Sanctuary, but Sure Shot Croc is his first upgrade. These first 4 are the base upgrades. Hold X to charge up a Traptanium Arrow attack. Again, it'll set us back 400. Alright, so standard attack. Kind of looks like it's got a little aura around it now. There's our 50 to 75. We'll move in. Okay, so 100. Yeah, and he apparently says Sure Shot, but let's see here. Is it whenever it pulsates? That's a standard one. Standard, just sitting in the bow. Now I'm gonna hold Y. Yeah, so as soon as it pulsates, you're ready to go, and it's gonna fire off. We haven't seen the critical, but it would be 150 if you ever got one. But so we'll just go with what we know, which is it's 100 to 150. So pretty practical upgrade. It basically damages your attack output. Now the charge time on it is kind of offset because you do fire an arrow. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'll angle this way so you can see it. It's just a shade under 2 seconds. Is what I would say. So I'll put 2 seconds, but I mean I don't think it's quite a full 2 seconds. So this is documented well compared to Crypt King. Next one, this is his tertiary attack. It's called Torrential Tide Pool, price 560. That sword actually looks like a trap in some sort of a degree. Anyway, hold Y to create a controllable Torrential Tide Pool. Now, this has the potential to change what I plan to do with him. I believe this is the only instance of the tertiary in our stock upgrades, so we're just going to press Y here. Very zap-like, so instantaneous, and then it goes for about 3 seconds. Let's get some damage numbers. 75. Do you get better damage up close? Not necessarily. Okay, can we get it to hit them? Okay. I was trying to get like all 3. There's like 3 pulsations there on this trip across the map. Sometimes. Okay, so if you just slam it down. Sometimes it moves forward. Now I'm dictating that it goes that way. Okay, so it's got a lot more duration. Alright, if you just tap X, it's got like a 3-hop deal, and then you know you can actually you can't do anything. So Torrential Tide Pool, 75 to 112. Now I thought that if you just maybe tap Y button, then I could come in here and A and exit, and, you know, all my other attacks. No, he is stuck in this position. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, basically 3 pulsations. However, if I start to control it, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10. I'd say 10 seconds. Control 10 secs. And that is going to, again, be the same damage, but you can get a lot more instances of 75 to 112. For example, I'm controlling it now. 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 hits there. So let me go ahead and count one more time. On time. You know what? I'm going to call it 12 seconds. That matches with our 6 hits of 75. So pretty nice little upgrade there. Again, the only downside is while I'm in that position with it, if something were to come up behind me, I've got to physically release Y and then kind of take it from there. So also, yeah, and you do need to hold Y down the entire time. So, alright. There we go, back to the upgrade path. We've got Super Slam. This obviously addresses a secondary attack. Nice balance. Primary, tertiary, secondary here. Hold B to charge up an extra powerful Crystal Slam. Cost 720. Again, oftentimes the simplistic things are not to be denied because they're just easier to execute and have function in the game. So Crystal Slam itself, of course, was doing 120 to 180, 2 seconds. We'll just go ahead and showcase that here. I didn't want to hold it down too long, so you can see it's starting to charge up. And then interestingly enough, if you jump with it, you do 100 to 150. That said, let's go ahead now. The way this is structured, we hold attack 2, so let's figure out for how long. We'll try to angle where we can see it. Okay, so it's a 3-second deal because he's doing it automatically. As soon as that thing's ready to go, he just releases it on his own. So, and then he seems to follow it up. Okay, he didn't that time, so that's probably 228. So 3-second charge, and then 228. Half of that is 114, so that would be 342 on the critical side. Could we see that? Yes, if I stand here long enough. Do I want to do that? Not really. I want these videos to be as efficient and informative as possible. Just take my word for it. You know, half of 2 is 1, half of 28 is 14. 1 and 2 is 3, 28 and 14 is 42. You get the idea. So we're gonna just run with my figures. I'm confident in them. So time now for the final base upgrade. This is called the Amazing Arrow. Pay attention to the aesthetic design of it. Improved Traptanium Arrow does extra damage. Don't think any of these have overlapped thus far. Actually, wait, we gotta back out. My bad. I want to see what this thing does when we jump in the air. I don't know that you can though. So there's our jump. We're still doing the 100. Is there any way to? No. Let's try it again. I'm trying to. He actually does seem to start to hold back the charge, but he comes down too early. So the charge attack is going to stay the same. No upgrade there for the charge. So 960 again was a price for Amazing Arrow. This should, in my opinion, impact the primary for sure. I don't know that it will impact the secondary attack or not. Crackshot Croc, that's probably what I'm going to take here, although I was pretty happy with Torrential Tide Pool. We'll probably give that one to Dark. Something different, but I'm not going to do that right now. I recommend if you know the path, you do it so you don't sit through a cutscene. If you don't know, watch my base upgrade video, Crackshot Croc video, and Tide Turner video. Also check out the spreadsheets. Check out that arrow though. So that looks like a mammoth combination of just arrowheads. I've got a lot of arrowheads. That's kind of, you know, something the indigenous people did here where I'm at, but that's a nice one. That's very nice. It's almost like a broadhead type thing. Anyway, what are we doing? Well, you know what? Let's check out Tide Pool. Make sure no change there. Nothing, as expected. Now, the secondary attack, to me, that is technically the arrow he's slamming down. I know it's Crystal Slam, but it's the arrow that he uses. So we were sitting 120 to 180, and then on the Super Slam, 228. So 120 and 228. Let's see if we get anything here. No, gonna be the same thing. So we've got our 120, 3 seconds, we got our 228. So I didn't expect the game to do that, but to me it is realistically the arrow, as you can see there, you know. But that said, they intended to be the primary attack, which is cool. We went from 50 to 75 up to 100 to 150 with Sure Shot Croc. So I would hope that this addresses the quick shot, you know, which looks like that, and then also the charge shot, which, you know, starts to pulsate. So let's see what we got. We were moving from 50 to 65. I'll take that. Again, you can rapid fire these suckers. That's great. You can, you know, run on the move with it. We need to see a critical, because that's one of those numbers that they could round either way in this game. So it should be, in my opinion, 98, but they might make it 97. And will we ever see a critical hit with this? There we go. So they didn't round up here. This is why I tell you about these things. So 65 to 97. And then if you charge it, you're going to have something different. But again, half of 65 is 32.5. To me, that would be 97.5, or 65 plus 33, both equaling 98. Despite the 0.5, this is one of those instances where they went with the lower number. And again, there's sometimes they would have 98, and sometimes it's 97, and that's why sometimes go ahead and take the extra time. That said, so we jumped from 50 to 65 plus 15. Now on the charge shot, we were sitting at 100, so let's see what we get when we charge it up now. 130, I will take that. Critical should be 195 if we can get one. Again, my apologies on that 65, but it basically fires off automatically when I go to hold it down again, which is actually a good thing, because instead of having like a 2-second delay, you're going to be hitting an enemy with something 65, 97, and then, you know, hit them up with the charge at 130 to 195. There we go. We actually got it. 2 criticals back to back. Go figure. So the charge state 130 to 195. Snapshot starter pack Skylander. Water element. He's got the standard version, he's got the dark version. He's a character that we can showcase both paths with different characters, and he is so simple to document, so different than what we just experienced with Crypt King. These videos go quick, and we're very thorough here. We've got minimal time invested, so I'm happy. Again, this basically outlines everything you need to know about his base upgrade, showcases you the attack damage. If you want to see that in the spreadsheet form, surf over to oneofwisdom.com or the Skylander Club. You can find the links at the top of the video description box. Make sure you are subscribed here. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If you like what you see on the Skylander Club, make sure you register there. We would absolutely love to have you. That said, I think I'll stick to my gut, take Snapshot down Crackshot Croc, and Dark Snapshot down Tide Turner, so be sure to check back for those. Again, those links at the top, you will see his base upgrades both pass, the attack damage spreadsheet, his unboxing, stats, all that information, as well as my personal analysis. So be sure to check that out. But once again, for myself and Snapshot, thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you back here for his upgrade paths.